Mrs. Melissa, where are you guys? Where are you guys located at the moment?
We're in Texas.
Texas.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the Star State, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice and hot over here.
Yes, it is. And I haven't been there yet. I hope to visit Texas one of these days. But we welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of and connecting with us through the webinar. It's an amazing thing. Since you're here and you're a parent, could you just share with us very quickly your experience with Elevation Learning Center?
It's been really great for us, really great for Landon. It's helped him with multiple subjects. He's worked with different tutors, had a great experience with all of them. So not only has his grades improved, but he's also personal responsibility because we kind of make it his responsibility to make sure he gets to his tutoring appointments. If there's a change in the schedule, you need to, clear that in advance and things like that. So it's also taught him responsibility also along with the information he needs for the courses that he needs help in.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Good to see you, Mr. Linden.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah, do you mind just sharing from a student perspective in terms of what's your experience been like?
It's been pretty good. I've been doing tutoring for the past 3 years, and you've been my math tutor for them. I've had you for algebra, geometry, and algebra two, where we're actually working on algebra two. And throughout all three of those years, each teacher, like the teacher in the school, they teach the lesson well, but I don't perceive it well, and then it leaves me with confusion. And like you said, a lot of other people have questions, but I also have a question, and not the teacher can't get to everyone. So with the tutoring lessons, it helps me understand and helps me do better in my classes as I'm not just sitting there not knowing what to do, and I actually have some idea of what to do. And with these tutoring lessons, I my test grades go up a lot as I'm able to understand the material, use
Mhm.
it in tests, and get good grades. So it's been a pretty good experience.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being
That's
bold enough, putting you
amazing.
on the spot for you to share with us your experience at Elevation Learning Center. But thank you so much, Mr. Linden. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Melissa. One last question for you, Mrs. Melissa. If there's parents who are here who's thinking about maybe doing things differently. Maybe their child is struggling in the classroom. The teacher says, well, your child is really not passing. And now this is a new year, right? This is a new year. Every parent want to get their children off to a good start. What could you advise? What advice would you give to a parent from a parent to parent advice right now?
I think for people to reframe the idea of tutoring, it shouldn't just be when you're struggling and need help. I think it should be an additional tool that you have all the time. So it's not just when you need help and when you're struggling. For example, we've seen his success with tutoring with the different subjects. So his younger sister, right? She's not particularly struggling in anything, but then we'll get her extra math tutoring and things like that. And we've seen her grades improve also. So I think that that's really important I guess, to be proactive about it
Hmm.
on certain subjects and topics and things like that instead of waiting till the child is struggling. I think that's been a big help, something we've improved on for his younger sister, for example.
Wow, thank you so much for that. And that is such a great point because a lot of parents they think, okay, I'm gonna wait until the teacher tells me my child is failing and then for me to get the help. But in reality, you probably should want to get the help before you get that bad news, right? You want your child to pass, and if you can help get them the help so that they can pass, then you should do that immediately. Thank you so much again, Mrs. Melissa.